Welcome to Let's Get Into It. I am your host, Sherelle Higgins. Let's Get Into It is a safe space to have real conversations that are meant to uplift, encourage, and let you know you are not the only one dealing with life. Each episode of Let's Get Into It is designed to provide illuminating and thought-provoking information on a variety of topics. In fact, no topic is off limit. If you would like to see a topic discussed, please feel free to make a recommendation. My special guest and I will have a great time discussing topics that the mainstream media wouldn't dare discuss. We will bring these conversations to you with an open mind, respectfully, from different perspectives, and most importantly, with love. Thank you for joining me and my special guest. Now, let's get into it. Hello, hello, hello. Let's get into it. Yes, I am your host, Sherelle Higgins, and I am coming to you live from the Outer Banks of North Carolina. This is one special week that I cherish every year. And I have my special guest with me who I can't wait to introduce you to. We're going to talk about what we do on this girls' trip, why it's important, and why you should do it too. And so I am going to begin with introducing my guest. I just want you to know, anybody who follow me on social media, you know I have big sisters, I have little sisters, I got baby sisters, and so I'm gonna need you to keep up. I also have soul sisters. And so you are going to meet them all. Well, not all of them, because all my sisters are not on here, but you're going to meet them all. And so I am excited to first bring to the stage Lakeisha Marvel. She is my little sister, and I'm so excited that she is here in the Outer Banks with me and the rest of us on this girls' trip. And then I'm going to bring to the stage my other little sister, Bridget Turner. And I am again excited. I love that my little sisters don't mind hanging out with their big sisters and that they don't think we old and tired. Well, they might think that about my other sisters I'm going to introduce, but not about me. And so I'm going to bring my sister, my big sister, Jackie, to the stage. Now they probably think she old, but I'm the cool one, so they don't mind hanging around with me. And then I am going to bring my other sister, my big sister, to the stage, Dr. Sharon Cradle. Yes, they probably think she old too, and you're gonna learn a lot about
Hello.
us throughout this next hour. It's gonna be fun. Now, I am going to bring to the stage my Oh, I'm sorry, I left one of my sisters out, y'all. I got so many of them, I can't keep up. Okay, I got my baby sister in the background, y'all. Come on, baby sister. I almost forgot about you. So many of us.
You
Yes.
gotta say my name.
Oh, Kiani. Excuse me, Kiani Williams.
No,
I'm
Lloyd.
sorry, Kiani Lloyd. Let me get myself together.
Yes.
Kiani Lloyd. Yes. And now I am going to bring my soul sisters. When I tell y'all, these ladies I'm about to bring into this group, they have a special place in my heart. I absolutely love them. I know that no matter what I need, they are there for me. And I know people think, I'm an extrovert and I'm outgoing and all of that, but I'm really not. I'm more introverted and I get for myself. And so these ladies, not only have they embraced me as a soul sister, they have embraced my sisters, right? As soul sisters. And so I am going to bring to the stage first um, Miss Shireen Poole. I met Shireen a few years ago, and we immediately clicked because Shireen got personality. I'm gonna put it that way, personality, and we got some good laughs. And and I'm gonna give everybody a chance to talk about where they came from and that kind of thing. So just bear with me here. Next, I'm going to bring to the stage somebody who I met, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago. And when I tell you we instantly clicked to the point where it was supposed to be a business call, but it ended up being a friend call. And we've been friends ever since. So I'm going to bring to the stage Marquita Woods. Yes. Hey, Kita. And this next person I'm going to bring to the stage, I have been knowing her ever since I moved into my community. And she and I have always been cool, no matter what, in the beginning, we used to try to hang out with the people in the community, but obviously that didn't work. And so we, Jen and I have always been cool, always stayed connected, always had each other's back. I know if I need a prayer at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm calling Jen. She got my back. Ain't no judgment. Yes, come on, Jen, to the stage. And last but certainly not least, me and this lady, we grew up together. I've been knowing her all of my adult life. We have always clicked. She has always been who she is, no pretenses. And so she is my ace, right? And I met her through Jim, and me and her have just always been so cool. And so I am going to bring to the stage Miss Trina Bostic. When I say Trina, you want to go to Chicago? She'd be like, when we leaving? And I love that for us. And so I wanted to have this show to talk about, the stereotype of how Black women can't get along, right? And we collectively have been going on this trip for 11 years. And so we've had some people, that haven't been here the entire time, that's been added new. And so I want to kind of talk through, I'm going to ask each of you all, um, well, before I get into asking y'all questions, let me just say this. I think everybody that's on, except for Jen and Bridget and Keisha, on this call, all was at Virginia State homecoming. And as you all know, I absolutely adore Virginia State and everything about it. And homecoming was awesome. And I had an opportunity to invite some of my soul sisters to come and hang out, and they had a great time. And so I want to give a shout out to Virginia State for always holding it down for homecoming. And so I'm going to ask Keisha, how long have you been coming on this trip? Out of 11 years, how many years have you been? And where did you come from?
I have been since 2016, so 9 years. This is my ninth time attending this trip. And I come from Chicago.
Woo-hoo, one time for the home team. And Bridget, what about you?
I'm gonna piggy off of Keisha's 2016, so I've been coming since 2015. So 10 years for me, and I'm coming by way of Chicago, Sisters of Sherelle.
All
Yeah.
right. Woo-hoo, Jackie.
Oh, I can talk now. Oh, I've been coming because I'm older, as I've heard. I believe the last 4 years, of course, I came from that night years ago back in 1960. No.
Ma'am,
Well,
can you just answer the question and stay focused?
well, Chicago.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. And Marquita.
Well, I was over here trying to figure it out, and I don't know. Maybe 5 years. I had one break, so maybe 5 years. 5 years this year. That sounds about right,
Okay.
right? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
All right, cool. And I'm
All
hailing
right.
from Dumfries
Yes.
via
Neighbor.
Detroit.
Shireen.
Hi. This
Hi.
is my second year. I was brought in by Marquita and I'm loving it. And I am from Detroit, Michigan. The
Woohoo! One time for Detroit.
D
What up, though?
Dumani.
What up, though?
Tiani.
This is my 11th year. I think I missed 1 year, but yeah, this is my 11th year, and I live in Woodbridge, Virginia.
Okay. Sharon.
Well, we are the originators.
Yes.
I've been coming for 11 years, and I now reside in Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
Okay, Jen.
Hey, I'm with Marquita. I think I'm about 6 years. Think. And I'm two from the DMV, Dumfries, Virginia.
Okay. And Trina.
I think somebody's math is off a little bit here.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I
That's
think a
okay.
little bit off here. I think I'm on 5th or 6th, but considering how room assignment goes, I'm behind Marquita, so something's off.
No.
You know why you behind, Slim? You know why? No. I think your math is off for how many times you came, is what I'm saying. But you think I came more than what I'm saying? Yeah, yes. I think I'm on 5. This one is the 5th, or whatever. I've been here. Older than me, so we'll let you have it. We ain't even have to go there, but all right. Man, you can't remember stuff. This is all love. You know I love you, girl.
And Sharon and I are the only originators on here. And so I've been all 11 years. And so I thought it was important to share that information so that as people begin to think about, creating their inner circles and, possibly duplicating some of the things that we do, they know that it changes over time and that you can expect this to be a priority for everybody every year. And so sometimes you have to bring in new people, but we're going to talk a little bit later about the new people, right? And so some of the things you need to consider when you are inviting people into what I like to call my personal space. And so, ladies, I would like to ask a couple of you all. I'm gonna start with Sharon because she's come every year. Why are you committed to attending this girls' trip every year?
Well, because we are spread out as family, this is like one time that we can come together and it's uninterrupted time and really spend that quality time together. And the other benefit for me is, as women and just our busy lives, we're ripping and running all the time. And I like to come here because it is not a vacation, right? To me, it's a reset, rejuvenation, rest, and get our minds right and our spirits right for what's to come. And so I look forward to being able to intentionally set aside time to be able to do those things.
Okay. What about you, Keisha? You've been coming a long time.
Not to sound like a duplicate of Sharon, but this is time for me. Anyone that knows me knows that I travel. I go, and I go. And most of those trips, I'm doing something from the time that I start to finish, and I'm wearing myself out, right? And so this is a time where I look forward to do nothing. Well, I won't say do nothing because, like Sharon said, to be with my family, be with my sisters, and have a good time and relax, be in a no judgment zone, just to be able to be by myself to, again, recharge, rejuvenate, and get ready for the next year where I'm probably going to go and go again, right? So this time is sacred for me.
Okay. What about you, Bridget? You on mute, Bridget.
One of the most important parts of this to me is just growing and learning the different ladies here, my sisters, just knowing and that they have strength and they have strength to keep me going. Like Marvel mentioned, it's no judgment. You just kind of go about. If you want to participate, you participate. If you don't, you don't. Good food, good loving, whatever you're missing, you can get it here with the different ladies, aspects of ladies here.
Thank you for that. And I will say for me, it's really a responsibility to myself, right? We as women typically we give everything we have to other people. And we rarely think about giving to ourselves, because by the time it's time to give to ourselves, we are exhausted and too tired to do it, but we're never too tired to give to others. And so this is always an opportunity for me to just give to myself. And like Bridget said, being able to come here, relax. If you want to stay in your room with the door closed, you have the luxury of doing that. Nobody's thinking you pissed off about anything. Nobody, people are giving you your space. And like, to me, that's like really a good thing. One of the things I know about us, particularly as Black women, we like to have control. And so we, try to control the things that's in our environment. And so I'm going to ask Jen, how are you able to, why are you okay with coming here every year, letting go of that control? And they seem to do fine without you being there controlling it. And so how do you reconcile that when you go back?
It's really the simplicity of what we all share. It's an opportunity where I can unplug from everything. And now that I have been coming, I think I shared earlier that this is probably the first year, at least, I started out completely relaxed. And I just kind of relaxed with each and every one of you guys and in a safe space where I don't have to field the calls. And now everybody knows that, life is going to work out. And I have actually put some stops and some things in place so that now everybody just knows this is my safe space. This is where I go away so that I can refuel and come back and, carry on.
Okay, thank you for that. Marquita.
We can't pour from an empty cup. We've been doing it so long, all the time, don't have no boundaries. So a trip like this is just very meaningful. And I don't think of it in the sense of the word, which, like someone said, as vacation, right? It's almost like a retreat more than a vacation. Because when we think vacation, we got to go to the zoo, we got to see somebody, we got to, you know what I'm talking about. All of that. After I done traveled, now I got to come see you. But I digress. I love this trip just for that. I could just relax. And again, like somebody said, it's a very much a safe zone.
Okay. And Shireen.
Being the newbie, this is like a form of therapy to me. I look forward to this trip all year long. Like last year, I didn't know what to expect. This year, I was looking forward to our night with Sharon at the table with our poster boards, reflecting on what we did, what we did last year and how our year has progressed. So I really look forward to that. I love coming here and getting the food. And I know the traditional meals that people cook, like Sharon with her chicken wings and popcorn, Bridget with the candy grapes. So I look forward to that. To me, that is like a food challenge. I'm ready for next year. I'm already thinking of what I'm going to cook next year. So I look forward to this. I love this trip.
I'm going to be on your team.
I bet you are. It's easy, ain't it?
So, Kiani, we each play a special role in making this trip enjoyable. Briefly describe what role you think you play in making this trip enjoyable.
Yeah, I just show up. I don't book anything. I'm not involved in that. Yeah. That's what happens when you're the baby sister.
Okay,
Yeah.
Trina. Look, let's move on to the next one.
Okay, so like Kiki, I also show up, have my presence. Make sure I participate in all the dance-offs. Yeah, that's what I bring. And I also do my
kitchen duties, my cooking, and I love to cook for people. So I do love to be in the kitchen with the cooking going on. So, and yeah, that's part of my self-reflection for this trip. I get in there and I can block them out and stir them pots and listen to the laughter. Although, like my uncle say, I could say, y'all, okay, that's enough. Save some for later. Save some for tomorrow. But it's all good. It's all good. That's what I bring. Flexibility. How about that?
Okay. Jackie.
Ooh-wee. Well, luckily, I don't have to bring all my cooking skills because I'm among so many chefs. But I found out I am a sous chef, so that's a good thing. But I think I bring good spirits, my personality, but most importantly, I bring openness and fairness until you say something that I think is crazy. But other than that, it's just a loving environment. And I bring me.
Woo, okay.
Oh, I
And
bring
so
my.
I think it's, you know what? Let me ask Keisha and Bridget and them, because I think it's important to see the different personalities that we have here and to show that, you know, we're not all the same. And so we can still come together once a year, have a great week. There's no drama, there's no disagreements. There, you know, everybody is just kind of going with the flow, whatever their flow is. And so, Keisha, let me ask you, what role do you think you bring?
Well, I know that I bring expectation of a good time and to be open, and also participative in all of the activities, conversations, and that eagerness to learn more. So then that means I'm asking more questions that maybe sparks different conversations, and then I feel like I take the time to get a little bit of time with each person individually, and I think that's important.
Okay, Sharon, being the oldest one in the group. Come on,
So
school us.
yeah, so I think I bring a deeper sense of purpose for the trip when I put together the activities, the conversations that we engage in, because it really is about self-care. And I just happen to believe that self-care is more than just coming to the Outer Banks and spending time, you know, by ourselves in our rooms, but it's really about that reflective work. It's about us really going deep and thinking about, you know, who we are as women, you know, at this stage in our lives, and what is it that we desire to do, what do we see our purpose to be, right? How are we feeling about ourselves? You know, what do we need to do to improve ourselves? So I believe that I bring that to the table. And I told you all the other day, I appreciate you all coming to the classroom to participate, because you don't have to, but that is I believe my role.
Okay, so Shireen, you're new to the group, and
Yeah.
so this is your second year coming. And so, how do you see yourself? Um, you know, I don't want to say fitting in because that sounds so cliquish, but how do you see yourself acclimating with the group?
Oh, it was easy. Everybody is what they say, everyday people. Nobody is judging anybody. Everybody is easy to talk to and talk to about anything. You know, I've learned a lot of things about everybody. And even last night at the table, when Keisha asked me a question about what she had said last year, I was like, she remembered. And so I like how we learn from we learn something different about each other every year, and we can reflect on it, come back and talk about it again. And I can't wait until next year. I'm here every year.
Well, yes, I love all of that. And I think for me, my role, even though I'm kicking and screaming with it, my role is just to bring us all together and make sure, you know, that we have this done every year. And so, because again, for me, this is a very important trip out of the year. And being able to connect with you all and bond the way that we do for a week every year is amazing to me. And so I just want to make sure that we continue this tradition that we have. Um, and so I'm going to ask Trina, how important is it to you for this to be a safe space?
I am a very, 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 very private person. As if you guys didn't know that, I'm pretty sure you do. So it's very important that this be a safe space so I can say and express or share things that I might not normally do outside of this environment here. It is very important to have a place where you can be able to express yourself, be able to be, what's that word from the other day, very vulnerable. Again, I'm a very private person. So when I share with you, I might not even share with the whole group. It might be a selective one of you out of the group. But when I do that, you just need it know that it's not easy for me to do that. And it took a lot to be able to come to that point, whoever I'm talking to in that moment. So in this space, it's important for me to be able to be myself and participate, not participate, and not be judged because of it. So yeah, it's like 99% of why I come, honestly, the safeness of the space.
Okay. And Kiani, what about you? Why is this how important is it that this is a safe space for you?
Well, so since I know everybody already, I'm able to talk freely with everybody. So this is just a cherry on the top. So I feel like this is a safe space, and nobody's gonna go back and say, "Well, Kiani did X, Y, and Z, and da da da, whatever, whatever." So yeah, this is a very important safe space.
Okay, Jackie.
All right. Well, if you know me, this is a chance where I get to stay put for for a whole week. You're not on my calendar, as people say. What you doing such and such day? Let me see your calendar. What you doing? So for this whole week, I get to do me, do nothing, whatever I choose to do. And even this year has been a little different. I didn't realize I was that tired. That's another thing. I never know I'm tired until I'm tired. So this gives me a chance to really relax and relax my mind, because with the new job and do things that I do, I feel like a lot is on me. So I don't get, for a whole week, I don't about nobody.
Yeah, I think, creating a safe space for us to be vulnerable, for us to share with one another, for us to know that whatever we talk about stays within our group, is not about going back and gossiping. This is not a cliquish group. Everybody interacts with everybody, and everybody have a good time. So it's really, really important that we make this a safe space and make sure that we all cherish how safe of a space it is, so that we don't ever take it for granted. And so let me ask Jen, what's an interesting conversation you remember us having? Like, what's the topic of that conversation?
Well, before I jump into that, I want to say one of the things but just to kind of piggyback off of what everyone has said, I think that's the beauty of this retreat, is the fact that everyone, we mesh. It's like we're all kindred spirits. So the fact that we don't have to worry about someone sharing what we explore, or we were vulnerable enough to share, this is not that group. So there's never going to be that because of the maturity of the ladies here. And as it's been said repeatedly, it is a safe space. So I'm sorry. Now back to your question. so I was going to say, no, this is not that group. We're not those people. And I think that's why we can come together every year like we have. And whether it's 5, 6, or however many years for us, or for me rather, I selfishly look forward to this time with all of you. It is my place of retreat. It did take me a couple years to kind of get to a place where mentally I can unwind, but being with you all, I learned so much from you all. You say conversations. I'm coming back. That's that ADHD thing. But I can come back and I know that I can, glean so much from you all. There's so many wonderful conversations that we've had, and I can't pinpoint one, but I do especially love our times when we get together as, I want to say, a family. And Sharon, thank you for spearheading that. Sherelle, thank you so much for organizing it. But we have so many conversations, and the laughter and the joy, the dancing. I just can't put my finger on a particular conversation. But I know our one-offs, like, yesterday, Sherelle, I think I was, or a day before, just sharing some things. And just knowing that I'm around so many supportive women, or we all are, and we each pour into that empty cup, Marquita, you were talking about. It's invaluable for me. So yes, selfishly, I glean from each and every one of you. And this is just, it truly is a cherished moment or opportunity that we come together. And I love you all. That's all I got.
And you brought up a lot of good points, Jen, because it doesn't really matter how old people are. We all learn something from each other every year, right? And that, as long as we can continue to be open like that and know that we can learn from somebody else, it just makes us better people. And this trip, um, one of the conversations that I just love that we have is when we talk about, and we are like honest, even though we end up laughing till our stomach hurt about it, is really about our home life, right? And the things that we experience in our home life. And so, people who follow you on social media think that they know who you are, and and I'll speak for myself on this, thinking that you have a perfect life, but not really understanding, that life be life in with you too, right? And so it doesn't make you special or anything, but it happens. And so when I think about, just this week, the conversation we had the other day, and you start looking around and you realize everybody got a story that's similar to yours. And the stories just get more interesting and more interesting. And it just made me stop and think and say out loud, I ain't talking about nothing. Because when you hear somebody else's story, it puts yours in perspective. And so I think like is just so important, that we are willing to share, and that we can take whatever emotions we have around our individual situations and turn it into laughter. And so I think, like that's just a really great thing. Um, and so one of the things I want to ask is, so I'm going to call on two people, and I'm going to ask you to describe the other person. And then we're going to do vice versa. So, okay. So Keisha, I would like for you to describe Trina.
Okay. It's funny because we had each other the opposite way the last night. But Trina, like Trina said, I can see her as a person that's not for the people, for the SHIT, right? That she is, but she's someone that would be, as you said, she kind of reminded me of like that silent force behind you. Like if you need something, if you want something, or if you want someone to be truthful to you, you want someone to, or just talk and laugh. Like she said, she gonna get in the dance off. She gonna, but then she might dip and be gone for some hours, but then she come back and just flip right back on in and get into the conversation. And I like that because she does show that her genuineness, but then she's also one that'll show, that I handle my business, and like it or not, then I'm gonna do it. And I like that.
Okay, Trina, describe Keisha.
Keisha is a go-getter. She doesn't sit still. She likes to travel. Like I mentioned the other day, she's an intricate part of the team. I'm gonna rephrase it. She's an intricate part of any team that she's on. With her knowledge and ability to kind of, you can talk to Keisha. You can talk to her about, I think you can talk to her about anything, and she gives you her perspective and without judgmental. I never heard her be judgmental about anything. She is a sweetheart. I believe her. She's a very, very, very sweet individual. But at the same time, when something needs to get done, she like, we need to get on this. We need to get this done. Yeah, I don't think she likes. I know she doesn't like disorganization, and I know she doesn't like to miss deadlines. And I know she likes things a certain way in a certain order. That's why she is an intricate part on any team that she is on.
Okay.
She's a sweetie.
Okay, Marquita. I want you to describe Sharon.
You got jokes. Dr. Cradle, the good doctor, is she knows a guy. That's all I can tell you. She knows a guy. She's super resourceful, very much a leader. And I love the fact that we joke about it, but she is always here on that bigger mission, right? And that purpose. And I joke, but I look forward to the wisdom and the knowledge that you pour out for us when we do the sister circle, even though I'm kicking and screaming coming, knowing darn well I'm going to be answering all of the questions. So definitely appreciate that. But also, too, with that in mind, I did say one time, we shouldn't take you for granted, right? And what do you need for us to pour back into you? But I know that part of your joy is getting us to the table, and maybe that helps you fill up. But yeah, so yeah, she knows a guy.
Okay, Sharon, describe Marquita.
So Marquita is full of life and experiences, and very open and transparent about, whatever it is that's going on with her. But she also knows how to cut it off, right? And get into the comedy, it's comic relief all the time, but she's a thinker. She's constantly thinking, because she's on a mission too, right? And you know what your mission is. She's on her own mission. So she's constantly thinking and constantly planning for what she has to do, and thinking ahead. And I think that probably comes from her athletic prowess, right? But she and very easy to talk to, just about anything. And I think she's also a pretty good listener. I don't know if you all have checked that out with Marquita. She listens well and taking information that she can use to apply to her life.
Okay, thank you for
Thank
that.
you.
Now I'm getting ready to do something they'll know. Two people you should never pair up. These two people we should really be keeping separate. But I'm gonna go out here on the limb with these two. All right, Sharon. Describe Kiani. These partners in crime.
That's my girl. How about that? I love Kiki. I can just look at Kiki and just laugh. We sit next to each other, sometimes know each other are thinking, just have a look and have a laugh. Kiki is sweet. I love her creativity. If I need something done creatively, she'll go do it real quick. I'm like, okay, thanks, Kiki. She's classy. And she's married now.
Hey, everybody better know.
The most beautiful wedding I've ever been to. So that's Kiki.
All right, Kiani. Describe Shireen.
Oh man, Shireen is like my BFF. A sister that knows me, All we gotta do is look at each other and be like, oh yeah, I know what you're thinking. You know what I'm thinking. She's a ride or die. We're not dying for anybody, but she's a ride or die. She's creative. She's an excellent mom. Beautiful inside and out. I love you, girl.
Oh,
Look, you got me tearing up.
Okay. So, last but certainly not least, Bridget, you get to describe your big sister, Jackie.
Jackie. Jackie is bubbly. She keeps the party going. Anytime she comes in the room, it's hey, hey. She always have her outside voice on, which is very enjoyable. You know that it's getting ready to be a party once Jackie enter into the room, as you could probably see on the screen now today. So, yes, very lovable. You know, will jump in where she needs to be, and she will. You can probably find her in her room getting rest. Yes.
Okay, Jackie, wait, before you go, we have a comment from a hater in the group, Rayshawn Mack, then commented, describe me. So here you go, Rayshawn. I'm going to describe you as lucky to be with my daughter. And I'm going to describe you as a loser because you know you like them raggedy 49ers.
What?
And I'm going to describe you as lovable because you fit right in with us and you talk trash with the best of them. So, whatever. Jackie, go ahead and describe Bridget. Tasia said, period.
The fact that he had the nerve to ask. Oh, my Bridget. Oh, she has this spirit, this kind heart, this, oh Lord, this friendship that she has with not just her family, but it's funny when you found out later, she has this friendship with a lot of other women. Talking about, oh, I've been knowing your sister since we was in preschool. I said, well, I ain't never seen you. But because she has this great personality, thank God that we all have, coming from our favorite dad, but she is such a sweetheart, and most important, the love that she shows for her daughter, because it's a new world for our baby girls out here. You know, they don't know, but we know. We recognize game, but it's a new world, and Bridget is there, and her business sense. Oh my God! But you know what? I have a lot of little big sisters that sometimes know more than the big sisters, or seem or appear to, but they have such great paths that we can all learn from. So it's some things that I do learn from Bridget, and I'm appreciative of it. Oh,
Ain't y'all sweet? Okay, so here we go. Think about 3 words that you would use to describe me. Think about 3 words that you would use to describe me.
Smart mouth.
Go ahead, Kiki. What'd you say?
Smart mouth.
That's is that 2 or 3?
We
Or
don't.
1?
1, whatever you want to call it. Smart mouth. Smart
Okay.
mouth. Smart mouth. Smart mouth.
Thank you, Kiani. I appreciate your participation.
No, for real.
kind-hearted.
Yeah.
Organized.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna call your name. Give me 3 words. Kiki.
But I wasn't done.
Okay. All right. You use your 3. Jackie, come on.
Okay. Oh shoot. Kind heart. That's 1 word. Because I said it fast. Loving and down low think she mean, but she's very
Yes, Tasia said my favorite mother. Yes, Tasia. All right, Bridget.
I would say boss lady, trendsetter, and family oriented. And one reason why I say trendsetter is because you set the trend that you should have told me about 20 years ago, and that was to get ready and stay ready for retirement. And you did that thing. And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, sister. Come on, Keisha.
forward thinker, fashionable diva, and resourceful.
Okay. Look, Trina, get your face together. Trina, come on.
That was a good face.
I couldn't tell.
Very organized, a thinker, a fake gangster, and
I
love
said
fashion.
3. Ain't nobody asked you all that.
I got some stuff to write. I got some stuff to say. And loves fashion. I'm gonna leave it at that because we don't have all night.
All right, thank you. I appreciate you. Jen.
I think we all know you're a diva. Detailed oriented, and I think you can be complex sometimes.
Wait, hold on. I'm turning my cup around so you can see. Diva. Thank you, Jen. Shireen.
Okay, well, I said silly, retired, and fashionable.
Okay, Sharon.
Well, since I'm the oldest, I'm going to take the liberty and do 4. She is the big little sister, confident, ability to laugh at herself, and she's frugal.
Extremely. People don't know that about me, but extremely. Jackie.
Yes, little big sister.
We waiting on you. 3 words. Oh, you already had your turn. Never mind. Let me shut you down. Never mind. Before you get carried away. Keita. Come on, Marquita.
This is gonna be hard. You said
I was
3
waiting.
words. I'm gonna just say it real quick. It ain't gonna be 3 words, but
Okay.
I've always told you this. I admire your ability just to live life, sis, on your own terms, no matter what. I love that about you. You just be doing you. And look, we all just got to get in where we fit in. And of course, you are silly as hell too. I mean, very silly. Even though people might not know that, you stay on joke time. And yeah, you also an overachiever. And I like that about you.
I'm trying to get away from that.
Oh, I
don't
forgot the
wanna be
overachiever, Marquita.
No,
I
you're
actually
not.
had that. I was thinking that, but I was like, I know she doesn't like that, so I'm not going to say it out loud.
It's from a positive standpoint. Don't
Yeah,
take
for
it as
sure. But
negative.
I
Send
don't
it
like
to her secretary.
Okay.
it. Look, she said send it to my secretary.
Yes.
Okay, so look, check this out. We're gonna do let me ask y'all this. Do y'all think that we should continue to enjoy each other's fellowship in the Outer Banks, or should we think about going somewhere else? Yeah, yeah, I don't want to go nowhere else either. So okay, majority rule. All right, I just want to take care of that. So let me ask
I
y'all.
have some input.
Okay.
So I like Outer Banks, definitely wouldn't take that away, but we also enjoyed ourselves over in the Mediterranean this year too, for some of us that could go. So that extra added addition did, work out as well too. So it can be double duty.
Okay,
Yes.
I forgot who I was fooling with. Yes, absolutely. Multiple trips. I'm down for multiple trips. Okay, so let me ask this question. How do you all feel about um well, let me ask a different question. When it comes to inviting new people on this trip, what type of characteristics do we look for in that person to see if they would be able to gel with the group and kind of just enjoy the vibe? Um, Shireen, what kind of characteristic do you think we should look for?
a sense of humor. First off, gotta have a sense of humor. I feel like just don't judge anybody. Be open to learning new things. Be open to how other people operate and function. Having accountability for your own actions and the things that you do around here. To me, it's all about having a personality and being able to laugh at yourself and with other people and not judging nobody. Because I like to laugh. I'm silly and I like to laugh and I like to tell jokes, hear jokes. I like to talk crap. So you got to be able to talk crap and not get offended, even if it's about you. You know, if you can take it and you can dish it, then you can come.
Right. Sharon.
Well, that's a really deep question for me because of the purpose that I come with. So I really could have anybody to come, to be very honest with you, because of the purpose, right? And I know the skills and the talents that we bring to this team, and some people need some of what we have. So for me, and being able to work through whatever we have to work through with the individual. So for me, because of the purpose that I come with, I believe that, you know, it could be just about anybody, to be very honest with you, because we have the skill to, you know, help people, because we've been helped, you know, all 11 years that we've been here. Now, we don't want anybody that's violent and all that stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about women who need some of what we have learned over the years, what we are able to give and help someone else. So it just depends. I'm pretty flexible.
That's an interesting perspective because again, you know, as women, we give and give and give, and like, at what point can we just shut down and just, you know, take some time for ourselves? And yes, you know, we give to each other, but I don't want to, you know, it to be a project, right? Somebody we gotta, you know, really be like focused on and given to. Like, that's not kind of why I come down here. I'm all about, you know, helping and encouraging and supporting other women and people. But at some point I'm just like, I just need to shut down. And you know, if I come in my room and close the door and you out here and you waiting on me to give, I might not be in a position to give.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but it may be one year that one of us may need for you all to pour into us. So for me, I just, you know, I see, y'all already know, I see it just totally differently. And it doesn't mean that you have to give to that person, right? It could be two of us on the team that, you know, when the person comes, we can give them what they need. And it's not like every day, but, you know, just that word. We did that last year, remember? And just
We
give somebody
did.
a safe space, a word of encouragement to help them to be able to move forward. So that's just my thinking about it.
Yeah, we
But
did, and it
but let
was
me tell you
cool.
this, but it is not mandatory for me
Right.
that other people be invited in. And the reason is because I come for my sisters. That was the original purpose, and that still remains the purpose for me. So
Okay. Bridget.
I want to interject. I think one thing that's very, very important, and Keisha and I talk about this a lot, is that you have to know the temperament of a person that you would want to invite, because some people don't understand. I think we ask that you do maybe 3 things the whole week. We ask that you be a part of the kitchen duty one day. We ask that you take the picture one day for a couple of hours, and that you participate, or that you would participate, your choice, in Sharon's activity. Other than that, you're free. And some people just can't sit down. Some people always want to know what's next, what we're going to do, where we're going. You know, they can't understand that this is not that. This is just, we're going to just be here. There's nowhere to go. We're not getting ready to run back and forth to the store and to Target and all those things. So I think that's very, very important that someone who wants to come understands that.
Yeah, I agree. Jackie.
So really, whoever's trying to bring another person already has an idea how well will they gel with the people that's already there. We already know those people, and it just depends. We have such a good flow now. I don't know who we would want to add. I mean, we have added others. And
Yeah,
it's not hard, but some mixers don't mix always. So it's most importantly, who are you trying to bring with us? And you, whoever's bringing that person, know better who you bring into that living room.
Okay, so let's do rapid fire. I'm gonna use some words. I want everybody to come off mute. And then I want you to just say who you think I'm talking about in this group. So, who's the funniest?
Marquita.
Resounding. Who's the snitch?
Who's a snitch?
Kiki.
Butter.
What'd you say? What was the question?
Kiki is one and Butter is
Who's
one
the snitch?
age.
Me and Sherelle. Oh, snitch.
It's a tie. Sherelle and Kiki are tie.
True.
Who makes the most faces?
Trina.
Trina.
Don't raise your hand.
Who's double trouble?
Butter.
Marquita.
Oh,
No.
Marquita.
Jackie.
That's Serene on the low.
Shireen.
That's two people.
I think it's Shireen.
okay.
And
Or
Jackie.
Trina.
Jackie.
I think it's Jackie.
Marquita.
let me help y'all. Shereen and Kiki, double trouble. Who always have an activity for the group? Who will party all night?
Jackie.
Who's the quiet storm?
Me.
Bridget.
Bridget, Keisha, Trina.
Okay. Who talks the most trash?
Marquita.
Well,
You. Terrell Higgins.
Who did we notice did much better this week of not working?
Jennifer.
Jen, and Marquita. I said Marquita too.
Oh yeah, Marquita, yeah. They much better. I haven't even had to break up conversations yet. Who's the chillest?
The who?
Trina.
Keisha.
Oh,
Keisha too, yeah.
Trina.
And Keisha, yeah. And Bridget.
Bridget be chilling.
Who's the crying thug? Who's the crying thug?
Kiki.
Okay, and last but not least, who's the most gracious organizer? Who's willing to answer any questions, even after the detailed communication has
We haven't met her. She's not a part of the
We don't
group.
know her. We don't know her.
We would love to meet her, even though we're not our planner. I'd love to meet her.
We haven't invited her yet.
So now should we say your name?
Thank you all so very much. I appreciate you all coming on live with me here. We're all in this big house together.
Thank you.
In separate rooms. I will close with this. Fellas, this trip is for you. If nothing else, it gets us out of your ear for a week. But don't be afraid to plan a fellas trip. Right. You need it too. It's a good time to woosah. It's a good time to share funny stories. And as my husband always say, understand, same stuff, different house. And so I encourage the men to take the time to get together and do some men's trip, enjoy each other. Ladies, I've had people ask me about coming on this trip. We can only, really accommodate so many women. But however, I encourage you to get with your circle and make it happen. Like, don't make no excuses. Just make it happen. And so thank you to all my sisters on this call. I appreciate you all. And I am going to ask everybody that to sit tight. I'm gonna do my what the hell segment, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up. So let's get into it. What the hell? I was thinking about, it's so much stuff going on that you can say what the hell to. And so for me, I was like, what the hell are people waiting on to live their lives? We make plans or we make time for everybody else. What about you? What the hell are you waiting on? Don't wait. If you saying I'm waiting until I pay off my house, I'm waiting until I pay off my car, I'm waiting until little Bobby and little Susie get out of college, I'm waiting until, guess what might happen? You might not make it till then. And therefore, you have put your entire life and you only get one on hold. So don't find yourself in a position where you are constantly asking yourself, what the hell am I waiting on to live my life? I hope that each and every one of my viewers live their life and not put themselves in a position that they are asking themselves, what the hell? Because I promise you, with lifing, I am still living my life. So thank you all for joining me. I appreciate it. We're going to get back to us enjoying our last few days here in the Outer Banks. And again, I encourage you to live your life. Thank you for listening to Let's Get Into It. I am your host, Sherelle Higgins. Thank you for joining and participating in Let's Get Into It. I want to thank my special guest for being brave enough to get into it. Without you, these conversations cannot happen. Remember, different viewpoints, respect, and love are the foundations of Let's Get Into It. If there's a topic you think I should discuss, drop me a recommendation. If you're interested in being my special guest, let me know because we can and will get into it. Have a great day on purpose, and I look forward to your continued engagement and support as we get into it.